Hey everybody, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I'm going to be working with some little twinkle lights from the Pear Blossom Press. And this is the page that I'm going to make, and this is how they twinkle. So the first thing that I do is I'm going to get my photo ready by die cutting some circles. I also brought these punches over because I'm going to need those as well. So here, yep, there we go. And you can see it is ready to be placed on the page. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut that branding strip. Sorry this is so fast. I had to double speed this up because it is such a long video. Like it took me quite a bit of time to make this layout. So sorry if it's super fast, but sorry. Here I'm going through my Flower Emporium collection from 49 and Market, trying to decide what exactly I want to do. I am going to, like you saw before, I'm going to use this pattern paper, and then I'm going to grab the 6x8 cards to find cards to make the banners. I wanted like some bright colors on it, so I'm going to try and use those that I'm pulling up to the upper left of the screen. And I go ahead and I go off screen and I cut all of the banner pieces, and I also distress them. And yeah, so that's what they look like. I am going to add a little shelf of paper underneath the banner just to kind of ground that. I'm going to use this bright pink. This layout, I'm just trying to go for lots of different colors. Yeah. So here's that paper. I am going to go off screen and distress it. Here is where I'm going to start playing with the lights. So these are the twinkle lights from Pear Blossom Press, and you just break them apart because it comes with two, and you break them apart and then you're ready to go. Well, you have to insert the battery, but right now I'm just looking for places that I want to put it and how I want the wires to kind of go around. I really wanted it on the outside, that way when you even if you just was holding the page, you can press it and make it twinkle, but it really didn't work out that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the middle of my page, and I'm gonna have these twinkle lights going throughout my banner. Yep, just like that. So here I'm gonna go ahead and insert the battery. You just slide it in after you get it out of its packaging. And there we go, it's ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my art glitter glue. You guys, I just bought a new bottle. My other bottle finally pooped out on me. I've been using it for years, and finally it was just like, no, I don't want to work anymore. So I got a new bottle of my art glitter glue, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this down to my page. And now, like I said, I go off screen and distress, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my layout with some tape here. So you can see this is kind of a tricky part. That's why I'm not talking too much. You can kind of just see what I'm doing. I made sure to have the tape around the Pear Blossom lights, and then I'm going to go ahead and add more to the back of this little shelf. I keep calling it a shelf, but I don't know what else to call it, so we're calling it a shelf. So there we go. Now I'm going to start building up my layout using these little guys. I test it every so often just to make sure what's happening. I'm going to glue this down, which I think becomes a mistake because then I get glue on my finger and then I get glue on the back of my little flag and then it wants to come up, and I should have just taped it down because it's going to be behind the banner. So anywho, here I'm just holding it down. See right here, I'm gonna get, yeah, don't stay there. So I get glue everywhere. But here we go. I went ahead and I put down some of that tape, and there we go. So now that's there. I'm gonna go ahead and you can see there, I'm going to, so here's where I kind of wised up and decided I'm going to actually tape these down because they are going to be under the banners. So here I grabbed my double-sided sticky tape, ran it along there, stuck those wires to it. Oh, so much easier, so much better. And now I can add these two little banners there. And again, I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape to go ahead and stick these down. Now, I'm not going to show you all of the banners, how I did them with the double-sided sticky tape. So, yeah. So, you just pay attention now. And then here, I'm going to add this last little banner over here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I have to use 2 sets of foam on the paper itself. So I'm, like, you can see I did the thumbs up. I'm so excited about this. It works perfectly. So here I'm gonna go ahead and get this situated again to how I want it to be. And I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go off screen and I'm going to put this stuff down, I think. Maybe not. Again, I'm using some double-sided sticky tape up under the thing. I'm going to place this guy down there. It's not all down there, but it's pretty good. So yeah, I went off screen and I went ahead and put those last 4 banners down. I'm so excited. This looks so great. So here I'm gonna go ahead. I have to keep trying it because it's just so fun to play with. So that's where I'm gonna put my photo. I am going to come in here with some black twine, baker's twine, and I'm going to add it to my little banner here. I'm gonna glue that down off screen as well as put my photo down. And then here I'm going to start putting some of the embellishments on. I decided I wanted to start with the little area where you have to press, and I found this little banner thing that says here, so I'm going to just stamp it with a stamp from Pear Blossom that says push, so it'll say push here. So you can see I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks super cute. So right now I'm going to get my block and my stamp ink, my stamping ink, which is just black. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. I don't know if you saw it. It was kind of fast, but yeah, so that is now ready. And then after I saw the stamp thing, the stamps that come from Pear Blossom, and I decided, ooh, they have like little twinkly stars on them, so let me go ahead and add some of those. So you'll see here that I'm going to add some of those all around my page, especially kind of near the lights. And it doesn't add a lot to the page, but it's just something like your eye doesn't focus on it, but it's something that's there that your eye knows it's there, your mind knows it's there, but can't exactly see it. It's hard to explain, but it kind of works its way into the background, but it just adds that little magical touch to it. So you can see here I'm using the other one from the kit, from the little stamp set. And then I'm going to go ahead and, of course, clean my stamps and put them away like a good noodle. And then what are we doing next? So I'm going to go ahead and continue the embellishing. I am going to use that little signpost up there to do some journaling on this page. I am going to use those little flowers right there. I do grab this little saying. I can't read it right now, but it says something about magical. And I do use that little orange scallop. So I use my label maker to make my title, which says, "You light up my life," which these three do. And I'm going to put it right there. That is perfect. And now I'm looking for more embellishments. Like no, this page is not done, anywhere near being done. I think about this. It's super cute flowers, but they don't work. So I'm going to go ahead with this gigantic flower and this little flower here, and then another little flower next to that. And anything else? A leaf? No, that leaf gets gone. So then I'm going to grab these out of here. I'm going to definitely, I try a lot of different things, including this, which, no, it's not working. So I'm going to grab this black label. And at this point, I decided I didn't want to use the sign, but I do bring it back in because with all this stuff layered, it looks really cool. And I look at the puffy stickers and I decide not to use any of those, but then I do grab the laser cuts and I'm going to use some laser cuts. So this fell out of the bin immediately, so I'm like, okay, we're going to use that. And then I just start pulling stuff that I want to use. I do this little bow, and then a bunch of the stars. Like I pull all the stars that I could see for the most part. Then I'm like, what else? What else can I use? I grab this little flag that I'm going to put on here, which is super cute. And then I'm going to grab these little flowers. Super cute. Then I'm going to grab, these kind of fell off, but I don't wind up using them. I'm going to grab these little flags at the top. Hey, if we're going for banners, let's go all out, right? So I'm going to use that there. And then I'm going to arrange all of these little, first I'm going to put that somewhere. And I'm going to arrange all the stars on the page. Yep. There we go. So I go off screen and I put all of that stuff down, either with glue or with foam tape. Now I'm going to add my journaling here. I just realized I forgot to do an XOXO, so I'm going to have to go back and add that somewhere. Thinking, got to do something else. So I'm going to grab some buttons. No, not that big button. But these little buttons I'm going to put kind of near the lights. And then I'm going to put one up here in this cluster. And I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to glue them down with art glitter glue. And then after that, I am going to add some sequins, and those I'm going to all glue down off screen because that's a lot of work. I just use my tweezers and my art glitter glue and I glue them down. And that's going to be my page. So if you're interested in the Pear Blossom Press Twinkle Lights, I'm going to have a link to that down below so that you can find them easily. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.